So I took a job with Dial America Marketing. Dial America Marketing, which used to have a San Diego branch. At that time, they sold like, because magazines were popular at that time. Just took a puff of my cigar there.
Enjoy.
But magazines were popular, but they sold Time magazine, Sports Illustrated, all these week children's books, the whole thing. And they hired me for the telemarketing phone room. And had a very, very good sales record. And I learned a lot from telemarketing. I'll tell you a story about that. I ended up at one point actually joining that full time after I graduated from college just for a year until I found another job, that was more in line with my education. And I used to train phone reps to sell this stuff. I give you a quiz, Timmy. There were some men and women that had beautiful phone voices and presentations.
Yes.
So they would start like this: Tim, there's an issue of Sports Illustrated available for $13.99 plus shipping and tax. And if you buy the issue today, if you buy the subscription, I'll not only throw in a clock, but I'll throw in the Sports Illustrated swimsuit issue, Tim. And they would make this beautiful um, presentation, but they wouldn't get the order because in the presentation, there was one word, Tim, that they were supposed to say, and it was written right on the presentation,
Your script. Yeah.
but they didn't say that one word. What would you think that word is?
I don't know, Mayhole. Why don't you tell me? Would you throw me a lifeline?
Tim, you didn't try too hard to think of the word, all right? What do you think that one word is?
I honestly don't know.
The word is okay. See, if I say, Tim, this issue's $13.99 plus handling. Here's your address. You get the clock, you get the issue. But after that, I have to say, okay. And the reason I have to say okay is because I'm now asking for
That's right.
you to make a commitment on something.
That you always want a buyer to say yes to
Or no,
something.
or no.
Okay.
But if you say no, then I have an objection thing ready for you.
Because you've got your
But if you
script.
don't say okay, then you leave the guy on their lady on the other side hanging.
Right.
They wait a couple seconds and says, "Oh, my husband's in the shower. I got to go to dinner right now. Okay, call me another time." And they hang up the phone. You have to say the word okay. It sounds so simple, but do you know that 80% of all the sales reps that came in that phone room were afraid to say the word okay?
I wonder why.
Because if you say okay,
They get to
then the person
respond.
has to respond, and you're
Gotcha.
afraid that you may be rejected.
Mm,
You have to be able to handle rejection. And Tim, that's getting to your point. That's when I learned, because see, I always thought anyone could do sales. Is very
no,
simple.
no. That rejection, that's big. And if you haven't been in the sales industry, then you just can't simply relate. But try soliciting someone for anything and do it 10 times and get rejected 9 times. Are you really going to be willing to whether it's a phone call in person that 10th time? That's what
Well, that's the
separates.
key you've
Yeah.
hit, is that I could take that rejection 9 times,
Yep.
and that 10th time, I'm going to make the sale. It's a numbers game if
Yep.
your presentation is solid,
100%.
and that is the genesis. So I hope that answered your question, but between my father's story and then selling for Dial America and then training people and then, seeing the work ethic of hitting that phone room every day and making calls and all these things I did before I even ever got to it.